You ever think to yourself, Tucker Carlson is just so absolutely full of shit? I'm just kidding. Of course you think that to yourself. How could you not? We talk about Tucker here and there on the takedown with glyph Schecter here. And the reason we do, of course, is he's one of the worst frauds of all of them. Why? Some of these other grifters are actually, well, I don't know if this makes them better, but they're doing what they're doing because they are useless people and they're trying to make money. And otherwise, they would probably be, sweeping shit somewhere or something of that nature. And so you kind of understand, at least on that level. Not saying that it's something I respect, and I'm not saying it's not absolutely disgusting, but at least there's a reason for it. And then you see people like Tucker Carlson, who is an heir to the Swanson frozen food fortune. Tucker, Swanson, McNear, 14 names, Carlson. Everybody in the family is named after an appliance. There's Tucker, there's Buckley, there's Chambers. I'm just making that last one up, but there has to be a Chambers in there. Well, turns out we've got some more, let's call it elucidation into the life of Tucker Carlson and the fact that he actually loved Hunter Biden, like best buddies, and hated Donald Trump. If you thought Tucker was at all an honest person, this would shock you. If you know that he'd do whatever it takes to get ahead because it's all about his narcissism and his ego and would destroy anybody along the way and embrace people he thought were, quote, repulsive, this one's for you. So two stories that came out with, one which solidified the emails we've heard about in the past between Tucker and Hunter Biden. They have been confirmed by the Washington Post. These were from about 6-7 years ago, I believe, 2014. And previously unreported, an exchange between Tucker and one of his colleagues when they were doing a back and forth writing a piece up at Slate discussing then potential candidate Donald Trump, who's thinking of running for the Reform Party in 2000. Let's start with Hunter. Tucker and his wife are looking to get their son again, Buckley. Where do they come up with these names? They're looking to get him to Georgetown. Who doesn't want to get a son who completely is ill-fit and, frankly, not very bright if he's anything like his dad, and probably not qualified into Georgetown? He did spend a month on a sailboat, though. We saw that in the in the emails, like any hard-scrabble son of the working class and populist like Tucker does. He spent a month on a sailboat. That's definitely a qualification for going to Georgetown. He did some other things, too. But here's an email from Susie Carlson, Tucker's wife. Quote, I realize you don't really know Buckley, Susie Carlson wrote via email in 2014 to Hunter Biden, who is a Georgetown graduate, by the way. Maybe you could meet or speak with him, and he could send you a very brief resume with his interests and grades attached. Tucker also offered that his son was a good squash player, also hugely important attribute for Georgetown, and an excellent fly fisherman. Well, it sounds like this guy takes on all the really tough, rugged, manly sports. I guess we just have to hope that picture that Tucker put out there of the guy, recharging his junk in his Manly Man video wasn't Buckley. In any case, they went on further. He loves Washington. Tucker wrote this. He loves Washington for all the right reasons, and he really wants to go to school there. Tucker, and then Susie jumps in. Tucker and I have the greatest respect and admiration for you always. They loved him. And they were next door neighbors with Hunter. So there was a buddy-buddy relationship there, and now you know how Tucker treats his friends. Kind of reminds you of Donald Trump. Well, now let's see how he kind of thought about Donald Trump in the past. Let's see. Donald Trump, he called the single most repulsive person on the planet, which, by the way, I think Tucker for once got one right. Also a wacko. This was back in 1999. This is reported by Business Insider. Let's give him the credit they deserve. Carlson, early in his career back then, was talking to one of his colleagues, and they were, a Slate blogger, Evan Smith, and Smith said Trump was, quote, a repulsive character. Right away, Tucker jumped in and said, quote, I'd love to add something even meaner to your description of Donald Trump. Shocker there. He's the sort of person I want to keep kicking once he's down, but I don't think I can. Carlson wrote, you've said it all. He's the single most repulsive person on the planet. Let's say that again. The single most repulsive person on the planet. Carlson acknowledged Trump, who was considering a 2000 run as a Reform Party candidate. You remember a third party back then that Ross Perot ran with earlier on, was, quote, more interesting than others in politics. And so you might want to write about him just because he was interesting, but he's repulsive. And that's your story for today. You've got best buds only about 7 years ago with Hunter Biden and trying to beg Hunter Biden to say nice things to Georgetown to get his obviously idiot son in. I don't believe he got in eventually. And I shouldn't pick on his son, but, Tucker picks on everybody. And frankly, he can't be smart if he's Tucker's spawn. And then you've got the other side of the equation, where he called Trump the single most repulsive person alive in 1999, or at least on Earth. If you believe in aliens, maybe there's something worse out there. Although, maybe the ones from Independence Day, E.T. definitely was better. But Tucker was willing to kiss Trump's ass, unite with him, do whatever it took, because all he wanted to do was have a popular a TV show, because he's an egotistical ass, and that's all that matters. And he, in that way, is so very representative of today's Republican Party and why the right wing and conservatism in general is such an absolute mess. Hey guys, if you like this one, please hit subscribe. You'll get more of these, and you'll like them, I hope. Comment, tell me nice things, mean things, in between things. You can like this. Did I say that already? I don't know. And then set up notifications so you'll know when the next one drops. Thanks for being here.